Hey, Schoolboy Q is here to meet the standard TDE quota of one album every 5 years. Look, back in the day when TDE used to actually drop music, I think Schoolboy Q was as instrumental to their rise and dominance in the rap game in the 2010s as Kendrick Lamar was. I think Q has a really underrated discography. His rookie and sophomore albums, I think, were really good, especially the second one, Setbacks. But then I think Oxymoron is a modern classic. I think Blank Face is in that conversation as well, and one of the better albums of the last decade. And while Q was never as lyrical as Ab-Soul or Kendrick Lamar, I think he has a really unique and special skill set. His delivery is one of one, and I think it pairs well with all the different flows he gets into. I think he doesn't get enough love for when he gets in his introspective bag, but I think his biggest strength might just be his musicality, where he has a phenomenal ear for beats. He always has really good song structure, and he really knows how to push the envelope as far as how an album sounds sonically. The album also has some dope singles, so I got some high hopes for this one. Let's get to it. A little Saturday morning cartoon vibe. Water guitar sound good. Hey, this is art, dog. Y'all said R&B was dead? Come on, man. I obviously went a lot there lyrically, but I like that beat, the modulation to the more guitar heavy part of the beat. I thought that was dope, and then the little bass line that came in every now and then was tough. I thought the harmonization of the vocals sounded good. Let's see what the rest of this album got. This is Pop with Rico. Ooh, this can go left. I don't think Rico Nasty is that good, but hey, we finna see.
Oh, fuckface punk rock bitch.
He's talking to Rico. She is a little punk rock chick. A little grungy bass line right here.
Look at me, the Rari back then. Yeah, I was patched in. Hella million sold, no friends. Bitch, I was locked in.
Not even Kendrick? Nah, he playing. He playing. I like this beat change. This beat is tough. This beat remind me of the beat to Ride Out. Ride Out had that little rock feel with the heavy bass line. The thumping bass is tough.
Socked out. Watch the way you talking when you talk, nigga.
Tough.
Yeah, got me fucked up, look.
They do.
Snatching niggas wave caps off. Gang cats off. Fuck your say.
Oh, that's so hard. That's so hard. He's snatching your gang tag off. That's hard. Look, I was ready for this. I've been following that YSL trial, so I'm ready to hear some good old-fashioned gang banging outside of a courtroom. He's sounding aggressive, grimy. Ugh.
Big side, fuck that boy. We smoke that boy. Chase him down, do that boy. We left that boy. Oh! Get buck, get buck, get buck, get buck, get
The
buck.
delivery is crazy.
What we talking about, huh? Gang shit. I invented that, huh? I'm gonna say, come on, look. This guy
Bro, it's the charisma just oozing off the track. Him stopping and starting is tough.
Billy truck, I'm killing they act. Get one in your back, bitch, one in your hat.
I like
we
this
selling
flow.
it mats, nigga, keeping it packed. So
Fresh as a mint.
We gon' belittle him. Don't fuck with little men. I'm not the middleman, bitch. That's why shit. You gotta be kidding me. Riddle me this.
Hey, you know, the good part about that song is as soon as Q verse is over, I can just skip to the next song. So I ain't even mad at it. Hey, I think Q part was hard, dog. His verse was grimy. The delivery was urgent, emphatic. I like how he started his verse. It was so much build up where he would start the rap and then he just cut out, come back in, cut out. That gang tat, snatch somebody gang tat offline is crazy. And then he got into that dope flow in the middle of his verse that he took to the end of his verse. That beat was hard. I didn't see it coming. The beat switch was crazy. I thought the opening beat, it was cool, and I think it foreshadowed the beat that it got into with that grungy bass line. But then for the main part of the beat, you had kind of this rap rock fusion where it mostly sounded like a rock beat, but that thumping bass that was under the beat gave it that rap feel to it. I think Schoolboy Q's ability to rap over beats that are outside the box and boundary pushing is part of what makes him special. Rico Nasty was there. I think the verse was cool for maybe the first half of it, but she really wasn't saying nothing. You got lines like, I'm fresher than mints. Come on, dog. What in the hop on pop, green eggs and ham is that? She just don't be saying nothing. But hey, the energy was there. If you like Rico Nasty, sound like all her other verses to me. This is Thank God for Me. little flute.
Thank God for me, all my bitches gon' lie for me. Thank God for me, Lil G-Wagon, that Tesla cheap. Thank God for me, all my niggas gon' slide for me. All my niggas gon' for me. Nigga, go to hell, you ain't fed. The white bitch do what I say.
Yo, chill out, dog. I think beat changes have become overused in rap. It's just been the trendy thing to do, but it's still one of the doper things in rap if you can do it correctly. The one in the first track, it sounds like this one too was unexpected, but it makes sense. It doesn't seem like you just turned two songs into one song. Let's see what this beat got.
You rap niggas stay on your
Hey, and that was a good chorus or a bridge, whatever it was.
IG looking like Bambi. Real life nigga, no Grammy. Big watch nigga is
I don't like this beat that much. I take that back.
Get back nigga, you off. Shoe shine nigga, keep proof been coming out fairs. My neck piece looking like pears. The Maybach me and her married. I look down nigga, that's scared. The rat tells me to get buried.
I like this flow though.
Move on nigga, that's clarity. Came home going on. He tellin'. Who tellin'? Boy going on.
The snitching, the stop stitching anthem.
On God, what is police ass niggas going live? He lie, we slide. You slide, fucking in the face, who ride? I done ran from the Porsche, just vibes. Had a real
I don't think I like that middle beat, but the switch back and forth is such a big contrast. It might grow on me.
I've been popping this shit since 9. Few times, more times. If I go right now, I'm fine. If I die right now, I'm fine. With a mirror at home, I'm fine. Got a bucket at home, still drying. If you couldn't do the work, why sign? Want the money or you want to inspire? Cause the same.
Or you can just sign a TDE and you ain't got to do no work. You just drop an album, once a leap year, once an eclipse.
Chain on neon, the frostbite on my wrist, you cling on. The dead weight on my back, just get on. My tongue kiss serving the white, hold a Leon. I put gold seats in the house just to be on. I used to be on Perks and X, that was kudos. The money got too big, cash on sumo.
Hey, I get the gold seats just to be on. That's a flex. I like that line.
Thank God for me, all my bitches gon' lie for me. Thank God for me, Lil G-Wagon, the Tesla cheap.
Hey, I don't like that song as much as I like Pop, but there was a lot there. That opening beat was so smooth with the little flute. It was a big change of pace from the song Pop, but then you get into that beat switch. I don't like that second beat that much. I thought the horns sounded too bling era-ish. It sounded like some generic horns that you would find in like 50% of mid to late 2000s songs. But I will say about that beat, that drum pattern was dope. The 808 sounded good, and then the switch back to the first beat, but you throw the drums from the second beat onto that. That was tough. My biggest issue though, even over the second beat, was I don't think the lyrics went half of anywhere. It started as like a not switching anthem, then it just got into some braggadocio. I will say the flow sounded good, but it didn't have as much direction as the first song. And I think you lost a little bit of aggression, which is going to happen because that first track, not the first track, but Pop, he was sounding unhinged. Pretty good song though. This is Blueslides. Can't wait to hear how they gonna flip this beat upside down. Pianos reminiscing like an 80s blues club. I like the vibe of this.
Slides, I've been sliding through your whole shit. Yeah, presidential rollies, I took big risks. We split the profit with the...
We heard risk flips plenty of times, but that's a pretty good line. The presidential rollie, I took big risks because presidential rollie got the big face on it. That's good.
Better climb out of
Like
that
the
hole
little
before you fuck
violins.
up your blessings. Before you realize that it's over with and start to get desperate. Keep your mind, body on pressure, give your time when it's needed. Know a man gonna be a man if he don't work, he ain't needing. How he made it up by the
Facts.
figures like he must have knew magic. Lost a homeboy to the drugs, man, I ain't trying to go backwards.
I like that. He got off Fig Street. He must have known magic. Like, it's so hard to get out of his environment.
I done broke down so many times, next time I'm gonna catch me. I done helped out so many people, they took me for granted. I done lost out on so much shit trying to live to your standards. I done made problems my problems, now I barely can
like
breathe.
this
The little boy
introspective
father
here.
about nothing, so I roll up my scene. I've been hustling day in, day out, belong to the streets. But sometimes you gotta be a deadbeat when the kids gotta eat. But shit, cheat.
That's a crazy line. I mean, I don't agree with it now. I don't agree with it. But he out there providing so much that he ain't around. That's crazy. That's a tough verse, dog. So passionate, so introspective. That's a good verse. And then the pace of his delivery made everything feel so urgent. His flow plays into his delivery. He's able to get the perfect flow to match the emotion he's trying to deliver. I think he did a good job with that on that first verse.
Top 10, not 10, bitch, we all in.
Good chorus.
Blueslides, I've been sliding through your whole shit. Yeah.
And then, the blue slides stand out. He not wearing the black Nike slides. I mean, I know half y'all brand new now and y'all wear the Yeezy slides, but hey, the classic black joints with the white checks, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Got me a little money, now we best friends. If Kamala free the homies, we be all lit. Really tried to strike me out. The reason why I don't miss.
Nah,
You hate me
she
then,
ain't
but
a
love
real
me
one.
now. Say a piece, I hold it down. The shady on these holy grounds. The devil on the TV, gotta act like it ain't creepy. You niggas see what I see?
Yeah, I'm rocking with that one, dog. Dope, moody beat to go with the moody, introspective theme of the lyrics. Keys sounded good. That little sax sounded good. Little violin came in. That sounded dope. 4 songs in, it's hard to know what to expect from the beat. And I like how varied it is. 2 good verses. And I think that first one was special. The introspection, that internal conflict, really that struggle that he was portraying in his verse. I thought he did a great job of it. It was vivid. That deadbeat line really stuck out to me. I thought that line was really dope. Second verse, he kind of took his internal struggle and he projected out into the industry and what he's seeing on media, things like that. I thought it was a good verse, but I thought that first one was really him in his bag because he's so special when it comes to that introspection. I'm rocking with this album so far. This is Yeern 101.
Like damn, why I get a bitch like Yeern? I'm a drop top nigga, the sun won't burn when it lit like why, but the
This
stripes
is a
ain't earned.
fire
I'ma get it right
flow.
now, I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house, trying to avoid my hurt. About 6 point something in the field like church. Or the hood got whack and the set went turn. Got a 488 in the glide like Kurt.
Why you got the twerk music clap though?
I've been living off golf from the last few deals. When the night check came and I still got chills to the 2K lick. I ain't even go pro. Got a boss outlet, now I'm smelling like go. Coming
Got
ice
a
cube.
2K lick. I ain't even go pro.
My name when I'm 23 to it, and I'm going no brain, going dumb with these hundreds in my thumb got stained. I'm a nigga out here, everything come free. I ain't never
He
make
is
God, but I'm
spitting, dog. I don't know what this beat is, but hey, he going. Not that it sound bad, but just I don't know if they trying to dance to this in a strip club, and this is what it sound like it's going for.
girl, what you put in your mind? I ain't digging your sign. Truth for that pussy ain't mine. Hurt, but I made it out fine.
All these flows are fire.
Nigga, how you living on spine? Broke nigga better off dying. Man, you niggas got nerve. Broke ass need to get a bird. Fuck it, I'ma get it off first.
I like how he's switching up the vocal inflections and everything too. It's already dope, but he just building on the flows.
Raised by the gang with a meal like Philly with a watch 250 in a bitch so blue.
Beat growing on me, dog.
Yeah. Though I got clothes, I ain't feel too bad. I'ma run mine
Nah,
up.
this
I'ma
is
have some
hard.
stash. Now you in the raw pro.
It's almost bassy to the point where it reminds me of dubstep, but this little beat switch up right here is pretty much all bass. It has these real subtle, sounds like a synthesizer going on, but this beat's dirty.
Keep playing with the fire, but his ass get burned. But your boy got spit when the light got turned. Got his head all cracked when the boy won't learn. Big racked up shorty when the block is shurned.
I like when he get into that grimy. I like when he get in that grimy street imagery. His head got turned when the light turned. Ugh.
I love my bitch, but I ain't them nerd. Like damn, why I get a bitch like Yeern?
That song cold, dog. I just don't know why they had the claps. Not that it made the song worse. It just, he talking about grimy stuff where it sounded like he talking about booty popping. But man, the bass line sounded great. All those flows sounded great. I like when he gets into the different deliveries where he switches up his vocal inflections. No bars were like too crazy, but just a bunch of slick brags on there from start to finish. Couple of street lines in there. That's a dope song. And the little modulation with the beat where they changed up the drum pattern. Yeah, that song is it. This is Lovebirds with Devin Malik and Lance Skywalker. Hey, this gotta be an intentional callback to Birds and the Bees. The little horns that are kind of faint in the background, they sound like the exact same horns on the song Birds and the Bees off of That Happens in Contradictions. I think that's Setbacks, off of Birds and the Bees on Setbacks. Yeah, the fact that they're gonna switch away from it, I think it was. I like the rock influence on this album so far.
Honey, that's what got me here. Then I'm fresh in, fresh out, just like my magic years.
The tribal drums, he produced them with a random genre generator.
Got a house full of whores and no niggas here. Yeah. Got a NASCAR get floored. I'm an engineer. Got a spaceship go or.
Man, channel, he's in a black youngster where I said horse.
Think I need a timeout. Think it's titty time now. Pin them pretty whites down. In my city right now. Let me
So,
find
yeah.
out.
Bitch, set up the radio, we tryna sound like this. NBA money, we don't need your Air Jordans. Watched up aesthetic, we just waiting for the end. Jesus,
I don't like how he's stretching out some of these words to rhyme.
the bathroom need that quickie, but it's only if you miss me. But if not, it ain't no biggie. Gotta show me that you with me. But show myself the world again. I show myself.
I could have did without that verse. Man, these vocals sound pretty good.
1, 2, 2, Mike Blue.
This is the second time he's done on the album where he's had a melody going and then he doesn't change the beat, but he adds in drums. It just makes the beat sound so much more dynamic.
I was born, what more to say? Feeling bad all kind of day. Make it up and pick the phone. Coming home, girl, I
someone who almost exclusively listens to rap, I listen to very few genres outside of rap. I'm kind of surprised that my favorite part of the song was Lance Skywalker's part. He went in. I think his vocals mixed with that super smooth horn melody, I think that together sounded heavenly. Plus they brought with the drums in with his verse. The rest of the song, I'm kind of iffy on. I thought the first beat on there was the better beat by far. I like what they went for with that second beat. I like the switch back and forth between the two in theory. I think they really went for it with that dirty, grimy bass mixed with the tribal influence drums. I think that's out of the box thinking production wise. I think that sounds different from your typical rap beat, but I just think sonically it just didn't sound that great. And Schoolboy Q and Devin Malik's verses, I thought both of them were okay at best. Schoolboy had a little bit more charisma, and I think both their flows were fine. Devin Malik's was, I'm a little bit more iffy on. He sounded more like a typical mainstream rapper as far as what he was rapping about. I do like the fact they stuck to a concept. The love verse as the title was kind of tongue-in-cheek because this song was just about lust. So I think that first beat and Lance did the heavy lifting on this song. It was alright. This is movie.
Bang, bang, on the bitch. But if it's one thing you don't forget, bitch, I got. Never come around.
So hitting it.
All this water, I can show you how to swim. Let this bitch touch on my third limb. Yeah, nah, fam, you ain't folk, you ain't kin. You ain't the nigga, I'ma look to the wind. Bitch, I was broken, I was down getting it in. But now I'm up and out of town on your friends. But now I'm up and out of bounds in the bins. Well,
It's a West Coast sounding song.
look, I got bitches, I got hops, I got setups, I got drops, I got 4 crack seals in a pop. I got 2 steps ahead, I think not.
Hey, that was a make sure they remember where I'm from type track. He went with a more West Coast influence sound right here, and that beat was tough, dog. I think the switch up from that bright, airy beat, then you have the beat change, and before the bass and the drums drop in, you have these watery guitar chords that stay in there for the whole beat. But I didn't expect to get that, I don't even know what to call that drum pattern, but you know, the West Coast drum pattern and that clap, I thought that paired perfectly. That verse from, I don't even know how to pronounce this dude's name, I never heard of him, as Chike. The verse didn't really do anything except for accomplish that West Coast sound. When I say do anything, he didn't really do anything great lyrically, but I think the song overall, strongly because of the good production, was pretty dope. This is Cooties.
The Cooties, they're coming to get me, running, touched by the unloyal. Trust, I had to shower for years,
percussion.
living in fear. I know the feeling of.
I'm trying to say this percussion is tough, but the touch by the loyal got a shower for years. I like that line.
Being trapped from all the things that you build, pages I feel, keep turning my skills from start to fin. I can better my wheels, like literally my
Low,
daughters
he
is
is spitting.
chill. Like I can't believe my house on the hills. Like I can't believe that mountain is real. Accountant is thrilled. The
He
scope
has this almost spoken word flow in this song. It's dope.
on the back of me healed. Why God
He's flowing, but it feel like it's just bleeding onto the beat.
they put the blinds down, I open the curtains. Shine on me perfect. Lottery purchase.
I like that imagery
Nigga,
right
I
there.
can vacate here. My big ass kitchen. A runway here. My kids playing soccer ain't shitting away.
Yeah, that's how you know you rich. Your kids playing soccer, not even basketball or football.
Bleed. Mass shootings. When will they stop it? Another kid gone for unlimited profits.
Hey, I can almost guarantee you he ain't finna leave it right here. He finna definitely turn his back to kids getting killed in the streets and nobody caring.
Unlimited options. Scheming and plotting. I really do magic. Boy, you only get your gifts through your habits.
That's a fact that you only get your gifts from your habits. And the thing you do every day, yeah.
Trick ass hoes, jealous ass, envy old. Bruh, that fuck ass nigga.
Right, his song
I'm fully
structure
embedded,
is
still
great.
building up leverage. I'm known in Wisconsin and really from over.
I said I almost guarantee I was very wrong by that mass shooting thing. I definitely thought he was about to bring that back.
99 bitches in the driveway.
Hit on with the vocals, dog. Yeah, that's the toughest song on here in a minute. I like pretty much everything about that song. I thought the verses was dope. He ain't missed once with a flow on this album, and I thought this was another dope flow. The pocket that he got to, especially at the beginning of his verse, was tough. I love the imagery describing that lifestyle that he built up. I like the song structure, the unexpected switch to the vocals. And then this beat was tough, man. The key sounded dope. And then this whole drum pattern was fire to me. You had like this cymbal shot taking a place of where hi-hats would normally be. be. And then I don't know what it's called. What's it called when you hit the edge of the snare? Whatever that's called, that sounded dope. The production has just been out of the box. Even when you use something basic like the keys that form the melody here, they use a different type of production, or they just mix different genres that normally don't fit together. He's really going for it like he does in pretty much all his albums. And even though Q isn't a producer, his musicality and his ear for beats, unmatched, dog. Tough song. This is Ohio with Freddie Gibbs. This is Blue Lips Radio. Type beat. Nah, this beat smooth. The guitar ain't gotta go this crazy.
Oh, looking at my life, then keep.
Hey, he sound good on this chorus.
Gotta catch up to my levels. Try to stay black, young fella. Almost died twice, but let's get it. Got an 8 max with no limits. Getting head in Paris, that's.
Nice.
Nigga, you pussy, you know where to go.
Bro, they going for it, dog. They ain't playing the safe on no songs.
Been through your hood, I done seen it before. Remember me, I done came through in the ghost. Married the thing I consider to know. Nosy as hell, she air.
I don't like this beat as much as the first beat, but
Ski in the desert, ski in the snow. Ski in the desert, ski in the
bad.
snow. Fuck do you mean it's a hook right here? Fuck nigga, your bitch got a negative ass. Nigga, you lame, better stay in the past. Shot them before, I'ma do it again.
she got a negative what? It ain't even flat, dog. It's negative.
Hell no, boy, don't fuck with you. How you gangsta and gullible? Bitch, you a hoe, you eligible. Yeah.
This verse longer than it need to be.
How much more I gotta prove? How much more I gotta
when Freddie
lose?
rapping,
I was
dog?
just a kid staring at the ceiling, now stars on the roof. Now saltwater slide pools. DRC's not.
I like that staring at the ceiling at stars on the roof, the Rafe line.
How you deal with the fame? Stayed away from the lanes. Thank God for the day. I'm back in love and it's great. Still a whole lot of. Turn this shit down. Turn me up.
I like them using the audio supplies as part of the beat.
Turn me up then, bitch. Run it up then, bitch. Hella hoes like Rick James. Niggas coming for the crooked bucket. 100 million tears in the bucket. Said a sister got him sucking fucking Minnesota Twins. Nigga Kirby Puckett, Bubba H-Town, part-time lover. How I knock boots. In a drop-top coupe. Hoes fucking for the clout, not the loot. Smack a nigga in his mouth
Crazy.
for the loot. If I ever see that pussy nigga academics, I'ma catch another lawsuit. 100 million tears in a bucket. Send it hit, I take it out the bucket. You the most hated, then they gotta love it like fuck it.
The song stretch has been phenomenal on this album. Now, I will knock this song slightly because I think that middle beat drug on a little bit too long, because that was Schoolboy Q's weakest verse. And just lyrically, there just wasn't a lot of substance, and I don't think that flow is as entertaining as a lot of his flows have been on this album. But that said, that middle beat wasn't bad at all. That guitar chorus stuck out to me most on that first beat, and then the smooth horns on that last beat. I like how he incorporated the clap and the applause for that last beat too. Q's first verse was pretty good. It wasn't crazy, but it was pretty good. And then I like his verse on that last beat, but Freddie easily had the best verse here. I like how he started just by playing off of the flow that Q ended his verse with, and then he got into his signature double time flow. Content wise, it was just mostly braggadocio from start to finish for Q and from Freddie Gibbs. I think that's a dope song, man. The beat changes here have just been so well thought out. The production has been so out of the box. I think this first half of the album hasn't been perfect, but they're going for it on every single track, and because of that, they have a lot of really special moments. This is Foux with Absol.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing. Man, that vocal right there remind me a little bit of what Kanye did at the end of Runaway, because in my opinion, that vocal sample sound like electric guitar.
Grew around beef so long as like cake. Soon I bring God around, we part ways. I done lost
sound
friends, came up
good,
the same day.
dog.
I done cut ends with shit that won't change. I ain't buy dope enough to push skis. Tryna stay self-aware within me. Ran through the streets so much, my name clean. The only crip gay, the Crips a new scene. I done checked off the list on my.
I mean, not the only one. Nip did too. Well, I guess them sets of Crips don't F with them sets of Crips. Hey, gangbanging in LA is like Game of Thrones gangbanging. It'd be a lot of politics.
It's either us done with them or get served. Keep trying to line with shit that don't work. Joy came in the day that I birthed. Jay shut her daddy needs some new
Oh, that's
work.
dope. That's dope.
Fried chicken wings, my
I
new
feel
shit
him
was
on
clean.
that,
Golf in the lab, so
man.
beyond my means.
That baby changed your life.
Nothing near standard, everything deluxe. I done had it all, and still ain't had enough. I'ma get mine,
That's
you
a
get
good
all me.
line.
Mouth full of drugs, a dope freak. Feel a lot of love and it be like that. Mouth full of drugs and it be like that. I done ran out of faith and it be like that. Hit many times and it be like that.
Yo, that little percussion in the back, it's so many elements to this beat, man. It's been like that the whole album.
Marijuana, hydro, pussy hoe, ass titties, marijuana,
That's dope.
pussy hoe, ass titties, marijuana, hydro, pussy hoe, ass titties, marijuana.
That TDE used to be the kings of that, where they'll take one song and then they'll take like a line for one song and then make it a chorus of another song. They did that with You Can Have All My Shine on ADHD. And then the Marijuana Hydro, that was the chorus from Druggies with Hoes. And then they used it on the outro of Druggies with Hoes again.
Repent for my sins, then I turn around by next weekend, do it again. Watch friends repeat, cycle on end. Just spin, I'm bent, she bent, and bent over. I hit, I dip, I need to.
I like
slow
that
it
being wordplay
down.
right there.
Uppers got me on TEN, I spent $1 million to
Like
these
that,
in.
man. I like to slow it down when he said down and then the uppers. This is fire.
So many ways and it be like that. Shit went left field, I'll be right back. Top for the moon, I need my gas. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, I'm higher than heaven above. Enough is just never enough. I'm stuck when I should be leveling up. My main bitch then fell out of love.
If TDE decide they'll start dropping music again, they spot is still there, dog. They got it. That song was tough, man. That's one of the better songs on the album. At this point, a song without a beat change is getting rare, but I thought this beat was tough, man. The mellow keys, perfect for the mood that they set with their lyrics. And then I think these were two of the best verses on the album. Q got another really dope pocket, and it was just dope hearing him rap about having the success where he can get his hands on whatever he want, the drugs he want, the women he want, biggest house he want, and he still feels empty from it. And then that little refrain that he got where it be like that really be the hood therapy, dog. That can cure almost anything. Hey, it be like that. But then Absol followed it up with a dope verse as well. He touched on the same contents, but he did it with his own charisma. I liked how he would play with his flow, manipulate his flow in order to play with what he was talking about lyrically. Like when he had that down line, he slowed down his flow, then they had that pause, and then got back on that frantic pace when he was talking about the uppers. And then I like how they incorporated the Marijuana Hydro line, which wasn't just fan service. I think that was really intentional. They calling back to the fact that they're druggies and they have women which should make you happy in theory, but they feeling empty despite of it. Fire song. This is first.
I was the first one hitting that shit. I was the first one telling that shit. I'll fuck that shit. I'll fuck that bitch. I'll fuck that bitch.
All right, Ray J.
I was the first one.
Ray J. Loke.
Don't stop playing after I hit up.
I come with all love, but you probably get touched.
That beat remind me of something that would have been on Crash Talk.
Like stuff, a whole lot of shopping that thing let you be on it. Gold in my mouth and got gold on my wrist. Oh, you gon' shine if I give you a kiss. You stay on my dick cause you know that I'm rich. Best thing in life is me going legit.
You gonna shine if I give you a kiss. It's hilarious.
Real low nigga, I ain't never gon' bleed. Run it up, really my speed. How to get lit,
Low-key a
how to
banger,
get
dog.
rich, how to get fixed, how to get mixed, how you get shine, how you get bricks, why you keep lying, how you convince. Got the bottom teeth, coulda got a Benz. Got the bottom bitch, that's another win. I deserve it all, yeah, did it
He talking slick, dog. Got the bottom teeth, coulda got a bin, saying it's the same price.
I made a play and became top 10. Sports in the ways, but I'm paid like them. Lips on the red, but it blew like wind. Blessed by the guys I was made off sin. Which juggling skill. Trust me, I heard you, that period feel. Love how I love, cause that theory is real. Thought you was solid, but really a snail. Vision like water, no wonder he sells. Stuck in my head.
Vision like water, no wonder he sells. Vision clear, he know what he doing, he know where he going. No wonder he sells. Like Sailboat sells records, that's tough.
In front just to even the scale.
I rock with that one too, man. First half of the song with that beat and his energy, that song was a banger. I also think he had a lot of clever brags in there, but then the transition from the first half of the song to the second half of the song where you get those keys and then you get a more focused, precise cue with his flow and the clarity he's speaking on. And he's taking his brags from more superficial stuff to stuff that actually has substance to it when he transitions from the first half of the song to the second half of the song. It's another beat change that I think really makes sense, especially because it breaks up the two different moods and emotions of the song, and then it's two good beats with completely different vibes. I like it. This is Nunu. The drums and the vocals plus the effects that are on this beat, it feels like a jazz club, but everybody in the jazz club on acid. The way these drums get looked is tough. I like that chorus where he getting completely drowned out by the beat. He rapping on a side quest type beat. Hey. Every time he sung on this album, it hit.
It can't be make believe I exist. You never did believe in the risk. You niggas make believe clowning, huh? You niggas need your pussy tightened up. I have to go and run it up.
Alright, that song felt more like an interlude, but I like what it offered sonically. I think that woozy beat felt dreamlike. The way that the drums were looped up made it feel trippy as well. You didn't really get half of any lyrical content from Q, but I think sonically his vocals and his delivery matched well with that beat. I think the aesthetics of that song was dope. I don't think it stacks up to like a Foux based on Substance, but it's good. This is Back in Love with Devin Malik.
Back in love with this shit. Back in love with this shit. Back in love with this shit. This a love triangle like where Bermuda is.
Hey, Devin Malik is not good, dog. He not good.
On a mission, be the
He feel like he trying too hard to rap.
20,000 kids. Degeneration is Triple H and shit.
Flow's just too sloppy. You can tell he trying to fit the flow as opposed to where when you know what you're doing, it come off where it feels natural, it feels smooth, buttery.
If you disregard my angels, we can't let you in. Bitches being martyrs,
He got it. He brought it back.
for membership.
Yeah, rich. Round 9, I was tryna have sex. 13 and I caught a new flex. Ask why, but you probably get blessed. Yes, yes. Are you dead, homies, nigga? Who next? We're 6 about to carry your flesh. How you little
That's
ass niggas
hard.
get stretched? You a bitch and your mama came first. Know your dad somewhere and he curse. Burn the hell, little nigga, you worse.
Yeah, they can keep that song, dog. They can keep it. I mean, if you like it just because the beat. The beat had this nightmarish feel to it. The bass line was good, but easily the worst chorus on the song, man. This chorus was just lazy. With all the great song structure, all the good refrains, bridges, choruses that this album's had, I ain't put an ounce of thought in that one. Too much Devin Malik for one album. I think one verse was more than enough. You replace his verse with any new young rapper out. His flow is really choppy. He got it back together, but he still wasn't saying nothing. And then Q, he had a couple of lines in there, but for the most part, it wasn't nothing in there of substance. And not even substance as in his content got to be conscious or he got to be rapping about some particular topic. Just substance as in the lines were generic. Wasn't no good punchline. The flow was relatively basic, especially compared to the other flows that's been on this album. Substance in that way. So I'm good on that song. This is Lost Time.
I feel blessed, had the bread stash. I woke up feeling saucy, blew the whole bag. Get your hood mags. 2 kids, same baby mama, all black.
I love that delivery right there. It reminded me of like a Stove God Cook's delivery. I think Q had a lot of influence on Stove God, but that was tough.
Man, you know what I mean? I got some screws loose in this thing. You know what I mean? It takes some time, but it's gonna be the one.
The fact that this album can go back and forth between melodic, jazzier aesthetic and a really aggressive trap sound so effortless is dope.
God, credit, bless, love, the realest. My thugs, my niggas, drugs and killers. How you hate? Pop, I did it. The block, I slid it. You hating, I figured. No sleep on my pillar. You broken the bum. The worst of the scum.
Rhyme structure-wise, this is one of his best verses. 4-syllable rhyme scheme he just got done with. And then this aggressive, abrasive flow.
I know I'm great in they eyes. The first Hoover that flied. So I'ma put my fingers in the air for the last time. Just one thing I put it in the air for the last time.
Hey man, Q got some with this album, dog. He only kept it going for a couple of bars, but I like that intro, the delivery that he had on it, and then completely different energy and delivery once the beat changed. But I thought that was one of his better verses. If you take out like the super introspective songs, which I think have been his best verses, in large part because the content just had so much focus. Not to say that there wasn't introspection on this verse, but anyways, dope verse, especially that first verse. And then the second verse was pretty strong too. I'll say the only thing I didn't really like on this song, Jazzy sounded like a little Make-A-Wish kid on this song. I mean, I know her more for her songs that she's written as opposed to her singing, but I don't remember her sounding like that. Her vocals sound like when you go to your kid's pre-K presentation and the kids sing some songs for their parents. I don't know what's up with them vocals. Hey, but dope song though. This is Germany 86. You just feel the grain on this beat.
My head better, I'm straight. My mom stay working late. She taught me how to be great. My superheroes are one. My babysitter knew I had the strap on contact. My dog beat life, didn't snitch, and I'm proud of that. He finally came home, gon' ball again, all of that.
He beat it because all his homies saying free my niggas till my niggas free gave him energies like Goku hitting the spirit bomb.
My baby mama know I'm a dog, I'll be home again. I'm sorry for the silence, I'ma make up those promises.
I like that beat with that groovy guitar chord, and also think the simplicity with this beat as opposed to the super textured beats that have been throughout this album was a good switch up for the album. But I think this is one of the more autopilot verses from Q. I think content-wise, he does push forward the narrative and the themes that's been prevalent throughout this album, but I don't think we got anything special between his flow, his delivery, and any of the lines here. It's cool, but it's just that. It's cool. This is Time Killers. Man, there's this little warp sound going on in the melody. I think they're using a guitar in reverse to make that sound. Could be wrong though.
Wake up, I'm on the night shift, don't do me wrong. Pull up, I need my sidekick, come get me on.
Bro, these beats are just so ambitious. They had some tribal influence drums early in the album, and they pulling them out here again. These are a little bit more subtle, but man, this album feel grand.
So mad looking at my shit, it could be yours. Now one fuck with black folk, I got the Porsche. 2-time felon behind the gates of some resort. Gotta watch for these devils that see this shit and get control. Careful on that road, dumb little. I don't take advice from niggas with no hoes. Niggas talk so much, use the hoe. I live free, boy, y'all can play. Home of the brave, ran by the slave, sold everybody name. So white Jesus on the chain, I feel proud when it hangs. Tried to hide from the fame and still came with a bang. Got my feet, nigga, turned a black cloud to a flame. I'm a big Willie, stomach full, mouth full of paint. It was God-given, little nigga took it too far. I'm a lone star, street smart and I'm book smart. That's a dope part.
Yo, those last, call it 6-8 lines were crazy. He had a whole America scheme. He was basically touching on things that he's been rapping and bragging about this whole album. But the whole point of it is he's saying we've been exploited by America, but the times that he had the land of the brave, Lone Star, he has the white Jesus on his chain, which is showing a sign of consumerism, and it's showing how they made the brown Jesus from the Bible white. Nah, that's tough.
Supposed to hit the 4-yard, a man supposed to have scars. Ay, nigga, it ain't that hard.
Facts.
When I'm grooving in the NASCAR, the Hoover Street of Mozart. Boy, living on a postcard.
Hey, that's a really dope song, dog. Hey, the beat was understated, but I think it really had some dope elements to it. For one, a part of that melody that gave it that woozy effect was I'm almost 99% sure that they were using a guitar in reverse. Then the drum pattern had this tribal influence to it, and part of what made the beat so dynamic was they switched the drum pattern midway through the song. A lot of times I feel like that's harder to pull off than a full-on beat switch because drums are just so vital to a song, especially a rap song. Lyrics-wise, I thought the first verse was good, but I think that second verse was awesome. I mean, lyrically just hanging on at every single line, and when he got into that American scheme towards the end of that second verse, his album just continued to impress me. This is Pig Feet with Childish Major.
Hey, 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 left, 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 ain't no right, left, 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 it's so sight, yeah.
So ignorant. That's so ignorant. Ain't no right because they Crips. Make gang banging and rap great again.
Big piggy, big feet, oinking in your driveway. Big blue, biggie Drew, bacon in your driveway. Face down, case down, where they at? Ride now, red string, blue strings, what we do? Cop down. Yeah, hey, bitch, I caught a pig. Hey, fuck them cop lights. Hey, fuck that yellow tape. Hey, spin your block. Quiet down, bitches, go be sit it down. Got a drummer, 100 round, we gon' hit a sound.
Hey, boy, if he would have dropped that song in Georgia, they would have had that man indicted and dapping up Young Thug by Monday. Bruh. That song was explosive, man. The beat, the performance from Childish Major and from Q, pure aggression. It really mirrored the track Pop at the beginning of the album. In this short amount of time since hearing the song, I kind of flip-flopped already because initially I was like, I don't want a song like this at the end of the album. I'd rather have him end the album on a more introspective, more of the creative flows and more of the out-of-the-box genre-pushing production that we got on other points of this album. But I kind of see what he's doing where I think the album is mirroring itself. I'll have to go back and listen a little bit deeper. I think that's what he was going for, and it's really similar to what Kendrick did on his last album. Let's go ahead and close this thing out with Smile.
My old bitch get swerved. I fell off. Oh word. The new car go I did it big. You got a tongue with no taste. I'm feeling sunny, no shade. You niggas fun.
You got a tongue with no taste.
Try to copy. Even when I'm on my low day. Even when I'm on my high day. Even when I'm on the highway. Even Even when I'm feeling sideways, what's a Benz if you ain't in the driveway? Can't compare Billy to a Hyundai. You my Kim K to my Kanye. We can blow 100 on a Tuesday.
I could be reading into it too much, but that's a way to end the album, man. The way I perceive it is this album explored the fact that Q has all this excess from his success. He's made it out of Fig Street. He survived game banging. He has some music success. He has the houses, the women, the drugs that he wants, but he realizes halfway through the album that it doesn't give him any satisfaction. And then Smile, the song from the title, is he's found something that actually gave him happiness, but it's the exact same stuff. It's all this superficial stuff, so he's going right back to the same stuff that he found out doesn't give him any success. I mean, it's realistic. That's how real life is. I like how this song sounds sonically. I like the upbeat nature of it. It's like this ignorance is bliss feeling to it, and I think the verse was lyrically strong as well. And overall, man, this is a sick album. You know, I don't think any album really in this day and age is worth 5 years of wait time, but if you're gonna take a 5-year break, this is how you're supposed to come back. I also think this album really demonstrates the void that TDE left with the hiatuses that all of its members taken. There's this lane of rap where it doesn't have a lot of rappers in it, of rap that appeals to both mainstream and hardcore hip-hop heads. You got a few rappers like Jid, but I think no one did it better than TDE, right? This album has a lot of qualities that appeals to the mainstream with its song structures, a lot of trap influenced songs that were done really, really well, but you get so much depth with the content that Q has. The album is super ambitious, so even with the song that has trap influence, you're getting other elements that have absolutely nothing to do with rap. So you might get a jazzy melody with trap drums, or the song that had the reverse guitar sample and it had like a 808 bass, but the other part of the drums was tribal. You have this trend of beat switching that a ton of rappers have jumped on, but Q's just doing it better than everybody. There's songs with multiple beat switches. There's songs where he just switches up the drums. There's songs where he keeps the drums the same and then switches up the melody. And then that also plays into another overarching pro of this album is the song structure was just immaculate. There was maybe 1 or 2 choruses that I didn't like, but for the most part, every chorus, every refrain, every bridge has been so well written and well placed within the song. And there's certainly plenty of rappers who are more lyrical than Q, but I think he emptied out the clip with his flow, and we got all ranges of emotion and levels of passion when it came to his delivery. He really played to his strength and it showed. Now, I don't think this is a perfect album. At 18 songs, an hour length of time, there's gonna be some misses, especially when you're doing all those beat changes. There were songs, especially in the first half of the album, where he would cut to a beat and I thought that beat lagged behind the other beats, right? Take the song Lovebirds, and I think it was Thank God For Me, something Ray early in the album where that was the case. He also had a couple of meh verses, and I think the worst song on here was the Back in Love joint with Devin Malik, which just felt lazy compared to the rest of the album. But take that out of the equation, I think the bass line for most songs was at least really solid, but you also had some extremely high highs. I think the features from Freddie Gibbs and Ab-Soul were awesome on songs that would have been great even without them on it, just because how strong the beats were and how strong Q's performance were on those songs. I mean, overall, this is a really special album. Every song feels grand. The beats have so many layers, and you can almost tell just from how long these production credits are, with every song having like 5 producers on them each. And although I don't think Q directly has his hand in the production, he certainly knows how to conduct, and it's similar to how Kendrick is, where he just has that ear for production and he wants to push the boundaries. Now, I don't think he reached that oxymoron level. I don't think he quite had the level of lyrical depth and introspection that oxymoron has. I think it's pushing that level of blank face, but I think time will really tell him that. But for one listen in, this is special.